If you make it in 2 by some miracle, that's a double eagle. And then on a par 4, if you hit it in 4, that's par. 3 is birdie. 2 is double eagle. Well, ace 1.
Triple bogey, is that a term?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't want triple bogeys.
Well, some of these movies are triple bogeys, so
yeah,
maybe
that's me on the golf course right there.
Triple bogey.
Hey, welcome everybody to Cinema Gulp. This is our triple bogey edition in anticipation for Happy Gilmore 2. If
Cinema Gulp universe, look out! Happy Gilmore 2.
If that is an anticipated movie, I know it's
the most anticipated of the summer.
John and I want to welcome our old friend, lifelong friend, Danny, to the panel. He is an avid golfer. He's a pundit. And
golf clap, right? We need some
golfer's clap.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Thank you.
Well, you got to do it like this.
Do a little hat.
But he's the golf expert. He's the pundit. He's a great golfer. It's kind of his life.
Pretty much spends every day on the course, as far as I know. Anytime I check in with Danny, he's just getting off the course or something like that.
These are all
so this was his idea, and what we're going to do in, I guess, in honor of Happy Gilmore 2, is we're going to talk about Happy Gilmore, the original film. Yeah, then we're going to talk about Tin Cup from 1996, and then we're going to talk about Caddyshack.
And it's up to you guys to decide what is the best golf movie. And
I think it's pretty evident.
Over by Happy Gilmore 2, right?
And yeah, if they want to put in the comment section down below other golf movies we're not talking about that you think are better than these 3, we'd love to hear about it. We want to hear about all the best golf movies.
I don't want to hear about Bagger Vance or Caddyshack 2 or any of that bullshit.
Hey, if that's their favorites, we want to hear about it.
John, you have been assigned Happy Gilmore. Let's talk about that movie. I think it was only a year before Tin Cup. Am I right?
So it's the same year, 1996. It was released in February, so early on in the year. And it was directed by Dennis Dugan, who was also an actor. He was in Joe Dante's. What the fuck was that?
Howling. Yeah.
Do you know if he's involved? Do you know if he's involved with part 2 of Happy Gilmore?
You know, I didn't look to see if he's the director, but he's continued to direct a lot of Adam Sandler's movies, even some of his Netflix movies. So there's a good possibility he is the director for this.
He's also in Happy Gilmore as well.
And then he's in Happy Gilmore. He's the country club president or the tournament president or something like that. But yeah, he's not a great director, and this is not a great movie.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah, he gets the job.
He lets Adam Sandler play, and that's all a director is there for.
I mean, I can see the concept is there of, a hockey player has to step up and play golf. He can't make it on the team. Like the simple concept is there to be mined for comedy, for a sports comedy.
Who doesn't want to get their grandma's house back too, you guys?
Yeah. Well, all that stuff is just, paint by numbers in this type of script. You have to have some motivation, and that's what you get, especially for Adam Sandler. The simple concept is there to create a sports comedy, but it's just the execution is just so juvenile and stupid, which is Adam Sandler's brand. So it's like, it's fine. I get it. I just was never a fan of Adam Sandler at that time. He has pushed his limits with some of those dramatic roles that he's tried to do, and
he knows his audience, he knows his character.
But yeah, he knows his audience, he knows his character, and this fits the mold. It's just not really for me. But there's stuff I like in this movie, but way more that I don't like. And on this rewatch, it was just so groan-inducing. It was just like, oh my God, every joke seems so obvious. And not because I had seen the movie before. I haven't seen it since probably 96. I had no reason to revisit it over the years. I bought it so I could watch it for this review instead of because I could buy it for $5 with Billy Madison, not a movie I owned either or care for. Now I own Happy Gilmore, but I'm not happy about that.
I have to disagree. Happy Gilmore makes me happy. I think it's hilarious. Like I just rewatched it I actually have watched that movie probably 50 times since it came out. I mean, maybe not that many, but I find it very rewatchable. And as a golf movie, it's ridiculous. Yeah. His move at the end, and Chubbs being a club pro would never take him to a miniature golf club, a place to teach him how to play golf. I agree with you 100%. It's so juvenile. It's basically in the same camp. That's why it probably was sold with Billy Madison, because it's so childish and stupid, yet it has a charm to it that I find is so interesting. I guess he changes a little bit as a character, mostly from what's her name, the discount Marky Post, who went on to be in Modern Family, who's so hot. I can't remember her name though. The actress. God, scenes like when the guys are taking the grandma's couch out of the house, and he bets them that he can hit the ball farther than them. I thought that was so funny when he misses it, and they're like, "Look how he's standing."
Hilarious. Look how he's standing.
You like that? He hits the ball and he knocks the guy out the window. It's super juvenile, but it just makes me laugh. I don't know.
That was also part of the painfully obvious stuff of like the ball hits the guy at the end of the street. I do like the second ball hitting the wife and knocking her out of the window. Like that kind of made me laugh.
The POV of the ball of it like just going forever is hilarious. I think Ben Stiller is the funniest character in the movie, probably, and Shooter McGavin.
This is not Adam Sandler's worst movie. This is actually one of his better movies from that time period, but I still don't really like it.
It's his style. It's just that slapstick, over the top. It's one of those movies that you would just die to be on the production crew or on that set. There's got to be a ton of ad-libbing going on, which was very similar to the vibe going on at Caddyshack, and the script probably constantly changing because some things are working, some things aren't, and really kind of just like organic Sandler, right? Just his over-the-top, that SNL kind of vibe, that type of slapstick comedy, as I said. But it's, it's that same thing that he tried to do in like The Waterboy, which was like a football movie. It's just kind of like tying in a Rampart just for the fact of these over-the-top characters and a bunch of like silly characters that you really, you don't fall in love with some of the characters like you would in a serious movie like Tin Cup. Those movies that you want to watch over and over again, and the jokes were great. Not only in that time period, and people are a lot more sensitive now about some of the jokes that are in that movie, or just like how they construct the characters and what those characters like mean to the story and all of those things. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in this next film.
Yeah,
like
different climate.
A new style of comedy, right? It's not going to be that same comedy as 96, in my opinion.
You bring up a good point, though. Like, I've always heard this about Sandler movies, specifically when he became like a household name. The sets of his movies are like parties. Like, he's the nicest dude. Like, he pays for everything. And that scene where he's holding the beer bong and when they're like, "Happy Gilmore," and he's holding the beer bong up. Like, I just have a feeling like crew members were just doing beer bongs on the set of this movie, like on the golf course. It just feels like that kind of movie.
Was the same vibe on Caddyshack as well. That was
Caddyshack, they were more
cocaine,
snorting. They were snorting more.
It was out of control. The production.
Happy Gilmore, they were doing cake stands with the Labatt because they were up in Canada. I want to point out some of the painfully obvious jokes. That Ben, if you watched it over and over, it's not something where you had a refresher. It was always kind of fresh to you, but it just seemed like the setup for what is supposed to be a joke in these movies always seemed like what the payoff was going to be was just obvious from the moment they started setting up the joke. Happy talking to no one on the other end of the call box after his girlfriend leaves, and then they continue that joke with the Asian lady listening in.
That's
and
hilarious.
I knew she's gonna get turned on, and I knew that she'd show up, and I knew that if they cut to the next morning, she'd still be there. And every single one of those beats happens in that joke.
You don't want breakfast? That's fucking great. I'm a simpleton when it comes to Sandler movies, I guess.
The lady that jumps in the car at the old folks' home, like right after he said, "Oh, this place looks nice." Of course, someone's gonna, come running out in fear or whatever. That was obvious.
Get me out of here!
Everything to do with Chubb's hand. There's some humor there, but like the reveal of his hand takes so long. You already can see they're doing something. They're trying to do something silly with it, but they take forever to get to the point where he reveals it. So
I'll give you Chubb's hand. Well,
the only part of Chubb's hand that I do like is after the fingers are broken and he's still wearing it. Like Sandler will like try to shake it, or after he's dead, he does like the fist bump with it and stuff. Like the hand without the fingers and him taping it and gluing it back on was.
Oh wow! They wouldn't let you on the tour because you're black?
Hell no! Damn alligator bit my hand off.
Oh my god!
You don't see his death scene coming though. That was
you do. That's on my list. The window behind him is this giant, and he's constantly standing in front of it. Like blocking is a thing. Blocking is a thing. Even in a dumb comedy, you can see.
I know it
is.
is.
Like,
yeah.
Remember the gator that got your hand? I got his head.
The scaffolding at the end, like you knew that as soon as the car hit, this is going to create a miniature golf course that he's going to have to use to the alligator. As soon as you see that he hit it at an alligator, that alligator is going to be the one that ate Chubb's hand. It would be the one-eyed alligator. Like just all those things just seem so painfully obvious to me.
I'll give you those. Like Sandler jumping in and beating up the alligator. That's where you have the Sandler ego, where in every movie he has to beat the shit out of people. I don't know why that's a thing, but he, aside from The Wedding Singer, he always has to be a super tough guy.
Well, that is like the character he does in all these movies. Like
well, that's why.
Maybe all of his movies, but at least those first 4 or 5 up through like Waterboy, it's about him having that rage, like that inner rage. Like all those characters flip out and have those rage moments. The rhyming scene, like the dialogue in "Let's Go Lay by the Bay."
Just stay out of my way, or you'll pay. Listen to what I say.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may.
What do you say? I was like, what the fuck is this childish shit we're saying in this scene?
No, that's not funny, but right before that is funny when Shooter is like, hey, man, don't fuck with me. And he just breaks the bottle and puts it up to his neck. And he's
like, I'm put on the golf course, man. Like that Shooter's the best part of this movie. Like I do have a list of things I like, and clearly it's like Shooter is the big part of that. Like you have Carl Weathers, underdog story. It has a date that takes place at an ice skating rink after hours. There are definitely some Rocky influences in this movie. Well, so when they wrote the movie, I don't know if the Carl Weathers thing was exactly in mind. Yeah, I definitely think there's a little bit of that.
They're trying to get Stallone, where he's like, "No, man, an alligator bit my hand off."
Danny,
yes.
Who, Danny, would pay somebody because they're like watching him hit a long ball? Like, ooh, wow, you're really impressive. Let me pay. Like he's there. He's like, hey, who wants to see me hit long balls? And
no,
pay me
there's a decent size.
I thought there was supposed to be
a decent
well, okay, yeah. He's like, who
that...
bets me I can hit it there or there? But once he does it once, you go, okay, this guy can hit really far. Why would I bet against him?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an audience for like the long ball competitions or the long drive competitions where people are just pumping them out there like 400, 450 yards. But I mean, that hasn't like blown up across the country. It's not like.
But I don't get how he thinks he can make money immediately off of people watching him hit golf balls at the driving range.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a simple tie-in with the fact that they do have purses and they do get paid if you win a golf tournament.
Why? If you haven't met Happy Gilmore, he's a very simple-minded person. So when he bets those guys that he could hit it, he figures he could go somewhere else where people have more money and bet them too.
No, and I get it. And for the sake of the movie, it worked. Like that's what he did. He did get money, and then he gets hooked up with somebody who takes him to the next step. It's progression of the plot.
It could happen. I think anything's possible, right? The fact that Adam Sandler is making a part 2 of this movie shows you that anything's possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Bob Barker's got to get an honorable mention.
I was just about to ask John what he thought about that scene.
Yeah, what about it, John? What were you going to say about Bob's scene? Because I had heard that he didn't want to do it unless he won the fight. So
correct. He read the script and heard that he wins the fight, so that intrigued him more to do it. I forget if they told him, hey, don't worry, we've got somebody to handle the stunts, and he's like, no, if I'm doing this, I'm doing it for real.
You like that, old man? You want a piece of me?
I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Oh! Oh! Jesus!
While watching, because I had heard that, while watching it, I kind of questioned, is he really the one also rolling down the hill? I buy that he does this stuff, and apparently he did. That's what they said. That's the thing I read says that he does all of his stunts in that scene. Bob Barker is trained in the arts of Tang Soo Do by Chuck Norris.
Wow.
Chuck Norris was his karate trainer, and I guess that's what they learned. Tang Soo Do.
I bet you that is not being pronunciated correctly, but go ahead.
What do you think of it as a golf movie?
it's not really a golf movie.
It's not.
It's just iconic. I mean, it's just iconic. It somehow has that huge following just because it's silly. I bet you half the people that say they love it don't even really give a shit about it. They just say it because it's a part of that natural thing to be a part of something that's fun and stupid, and it's obviously immensely popular.
I'm defending the scenes I think are funny. I don't think it's a great movie, and I definitely don't think it's a golf movie. The Subway commercial alone is
man, this movie went to the Wayne's World school of product placement and product tie-in for sure.
Well, but it did it on purpose. It was
it did. Well, so did Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Ooh, it's never been like this. Play with them, baby. Play with them all night long. That's what they're there for.
Come on, Tilly, heat it up. This guy's paying $4 a minute. Now make me believe you're wearing nothing but a G-string and electrical tape.
I think right now, and I'm wondering we'll see when this next movie comes out, will there be as much product placement? Because Adam doesn't really need that anymore.
This is different, though, because he has been under the umbrella of Netflix for almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
I implore you and tell you not to at the same time to watch The Ridiculous Six. It's like maybe one of the worst movies ever made.
To Ben's point about the product placement and being under Netflix umbrella, like, are the PGA guys that are doing cameos in this next film, like Justin Thomas, is he going to be wearing his Titleist hat? Or is it going to be something else, you know? What else is going to spark making this movie? I mean, he probably, if he sits down with his friends and like, what's one of my movies I did in the past? What could I make a sequel for? I mean, you can't really make a sequel for 50 First Dates or Mr. Jeeves or Mr. Deeds or whatever that. I mean, he's got so many of these.
When you swing, like you go to hit your initial drive, right? Mm-hmm. I'm such a bad golfer. What is the first shot? Is your
It is, yeah.
Teeing off your driver.
Teeing off.
You can see that this keeps your head down and your eye on the ball.
No.
Not bad there. A little off it to the right, but the doggone a nice hit. You see, now that's the advantage of having this on the videotape here.
Yep.
If you swing over it like he does a number of times in the movie, is that not counted as a stroke?
That is correct.
Yeah, so he should have been penalized so many different times in this movie where it seems like he didn't really get penalized, but I'm not being strict on how they played the rules of golf in this movie. I know it's just trash, but like in reality, he would have been penalized a ton.
No, I think he was penalized for him. That was the whole thing, is like when he finally smacks that one and he gets a hole in one. It's not a hole in one. It's, you know, it is based off his swing, but it's not counted as that because he's already swung, right? I mean, I think that's
I definitely lost track of his scorecard. I did not keep track of how he was playing.
You need to rewatch the movie, John. But to answer your question, if you address the golf ball and your intent was to hit it and you fan on it and you make a swing at it, yes, that is counted as a stroke. Finding
the ball in the water. He goes and finds his ball because I believe the rule, like as we see in Tin Cup and whatnot, is like the rule is you put a different ball somewhere, there's a drop zone or whatever. But what does it matter? He's acting like finding that ball means he didn't lose a stroke or something. I feel like that's what the movie's implying, that by him finding his ball, he somehow saved a stroke or something.
No, I think it's the hockey player in him. He's just like, I want my fucking ball back, because it's not gonna affect him getting that ball. He still has to put a drop, right, Danny? Like,
yeah, and it motivates him to jump in that water, which on most golf courses is so disgusting. You wouldn't want a ball in there.
Running towards the ball and hitting it, is that legal in any way?
That's a good question. I don't think it is illegal. But it might be. I don't know. But I think as long as you're just taking a swing at it, and hitting it on the first shot and it goes in the direction you need it to go, I think that would count. Because everybody's, talking about Scottie Scheffler, the number one player in the world, who has his feet going all over the place in his golf swing now. It's not that traditional stance or finish as Tiger Woods used to be.
Adam Scott won the Masters in 2013, I think, by using that fucking putter that I hate. I hate that putter so much. You know?
It's outlawed now, right? You
Yeah,
can't
I know.
Well, that's my next question. His hockey size putter. Would something like that be legal to have a larger sized putter or something?
I think there are specs in the rules in regards to that. I don't think having something that big would actually be functional for the golf ball. It's more about the weighting, and they don't use mallet putters like that. That would even be like an older design, and it's a friggin' hockey stick, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you see how thin it is. Like,
it's thin like a hot.
It wouldn't even hit the fucking ball. Like, it would just push it like 3 feet.
But he's supposed to be using a hockey slap shot. So
just imagine how proud the person was in the prop department after they finished making that.
Well, there's not much we can do. Like, he's not breaking any rules. And I'm like, bullshit. Every place you play, every one of the golf courses is a country club of some sort, and they have a code of conduct. And you are breaking 150 rules in that code of conduct.
Dennis Dugan's character does address that in the movie, and it's basically the counter is, dude, he's bringing in fucking viewers.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
Yeah.
And to your point, John, the code of conduct, if you show, I don't care who you are. I bet you there's a few people on the planet that could get away with it, but nobody shows up at Augusta National wearing a Boston Bruins jersey.
All right, on to things that we love. Shooter McGavin. He is really the star of this movie. He's got all the best lines, the best moments.
He's going to be coming back in number 2.
Oh, they better have him back for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, he showed up in the. He was a cameo in the newest Beverly Hills Cop movie as Shooter McGavin. When
I remember that.
It's in the same universe as
No, but
did
that happen in the Beverly
Hills? No, but it was definitely him because they land on the golf course. But yeah, so so Happy Gilmore and Beverly Hills Cop are in the same universe. Look, I'll give a quick final thoughts on it. It was so you have Adam Sandler had done a movie really early on in his career where he got paid like $100,000 for it. It was called like Out to Sea or something. It was this terrible movie where he plays like a retarded person that's on a cruise ship. Yeah, man. And then he gets Billy Madison, which I find
plays like a retarded person.
I find it's a fever dream. He's retarded in that movie basically. When it came to Happy Gilmore, I was like, okay, you have a little bit more subdued Adam Sandler. Like, I mean, he's still wild and crazy, but he's not playing a guy who's having fights with shampoo bottles.
He's not retarded. He's just autistic.
You see that shampoo bottle now? Stick it up my ass.
But it has a nice through line, and it has fun characters. Like, I love Chubbs, I love Shooter, I love the grandma, I love Ben Stiller's character.
Trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
What's that? My fingers hurt.
Now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
The movie just makes me laugh, and we've already established it in no way, shape, or form is it really a golf movie, but it's really stupid, and I get it. And John, we've been doing this show for so long. I have a threshold for comedy that's really high, just like you. And I also like dumb stuff sometimes, and I find this movie funny. I don't find it good. I just find it funny.
Yeah.
And I just feel like his kind of character, like his whole persona has kind of really been oversaturated. And that's nothing against him. People obviously want to go see it, but I mean, it's just he popped out so many movies where it's that same kind of.
We could have had a version of Happy Gilmore that starred Bruce Campbell, R. Lee Ermey, Brooke Shields, Ed McMahon, Gilbert Gottfried, KFC, and Steve Buscemi.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong.
Bruce Campbell would have played Shooter.
Oh, okay.
I actually really like the Ben Stiller role.
Oh, he is so fucking good.
I love the moment where he's like running the underground quilting business. He's like, we got to double our efforts. Arts and crafts is going to be twice as long today. I like the stuff with Ben Stiller. He's funny. Chris Farley was supposed to play the homeless guy, but he was contractually obligated to work on Black Sheep at the time, which is a starring role instead of just a little, kind of cameo role. But the other guy they were interested to possibly play the homeless guy, Steve Buscemi.
There's a pole there.
And then Happy Gilmore was originally going to be played by Billy Madison. Well, it had a budget of $12 million. It made 38 million domestic and 3 million international for 41 worldwide, which doesn't sound like a ton, but yeah, it was a hit for back in the day. For its, I mean, 12 million sounds kind of like a lot. Even
for,
back
I was
then,
going to say for that movie that.
Yeah,
that
I know it sounds like a lot, but its opening weekend was 8.5 million, which in like today's money is like 25 million or so. So it was kind of a hit right out of the gate. One other just shout out as a Bond fan, it was kind of nice to see Richard Kiel show up, the guy who plays Jaws.
Oh, dude. Mr. Larson. Oh, yeah. We have to bring up
apparently,
Mr. Larson.
like you can kind of notice how he's standing in the film. Looks weird, like he's having to lean on a guy in one shot. Apparently, he had a car accident a couple years before that left him without balance. He was all messed up where he couldn't balance properly.
Well, he does that running.
All of his scenes
pretty good.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
For an early effort by Adam Sandler, it's fine. It's obviously a classic for many people. Just not really my cup of tea. This is approaching a triple bogey. I don't know.
It's a triple bogey for me.
Yeah.
No, it's a if par is 5, this is like at least 2 or 3 over par, whatever that would be.
I would give it par. I would give it par because it did what it was supposed to do, and that's all it wants to be. So I'll give it a par.
Yeah! You're gonna die, clown! Sit on the corner of the bed and watch me whack off. You see that shampoo bottle now? Stick it up my ass.